Okay, it's time to make some baby booties. This is the baby booty we are making. It's made in two pieces. It's crocheted. There's the sole of the booty. And here's the sides. And here's the top. And then the strap is made separate. And there's a little buttonhole. And I was very lucky to find in the midst of my craft room a set of old buttons that I've been holding for a long time, for years. Gosh, I bought these a long time ago. Anyway, perfect little pacifiers. So there's that little booty finished. So we're going to make one. Now, like I said, it's made in two parts. You have the boot and then you have the strap. The strap is separate. And some of us are working on this booty together in the Bernat forum as a way to learn how to crochet. This is our second project. Our first project was a little dishcloth, which was real easy. And this time we're doing the baby booty because it's a little bit more interesting. A lot more stuff to learn this time. Now, the booty that I made is the size 3 to 6 months. So this gives you some idea of what size the 3 to 6 months booty is. It's, let's see if I don't think I have a ruler in here, so I can't measure it for you. But it's looks like it's probably about 4 inches from heel to toe. And about 3 inches wide, I would say. I'm just guessing, but it looks like it's about like that. So that tells you how big your 3 to 6 month booty would be. Alright, now to get started we're going to make the strap, because the strap is the easiest part. And since we are beginning knitters, I think that the strap would be the best way to get started. It's not the first thing in the pattern though, so you have to skip down. If you look at the pattern, it's on the Bernat website. And it has a little picture of a bunny rabbit with the two little booties. And it's called Bernat Softy Baby Crochet Booties. And that's the one that we're making. And it uses 1 skein of Bernat Softy Baby yarn. And you can make, it says right here, with 1 ball of yarn, you can make about 12 pairs of booties. That's a lot of booties out of 1 ball of yarn. Now, let me think here. Oh, and it says to use a size 4mm or USG crochet hook, or size needed to obtain gauge. So you can do a gauge swatch if you want to make sure that you're going to be alright. But I think that a baby booty, as long as you keep your tension pretty steady from beginning to end, it'll be okay. It'll fit a baby sometime in their life. But the gauge is 16 single crochets and 17 rows in a 4-inch swatch, and it doesn't tell you if there's a certain pattern. No, there's no pattern. It would just be all single crochet. So if you did want to make a gauge swatch, what you'd want to do is chain about 20 chains, and then that way you'd have about 18 or 19 single crochets, and you can measure your 16 single crochets and make sure that it measures 4 inches across, and 17 rows down, so you'd want to do at least like 20 rows in single crochet so that you can do that. Anyway, so all that's just the preparatory stuff. So I'm using Bernat Softy Baby in the color Pajama Party, which is really colorful and sweet. And I like the way the top of the booty looks. It looks like little flowers. So that's pretty cool how that works out. So if you want to use a multicolor like I did, that's what your results will be. So like I said, we're going to start with the strap. So if you look at your pattern, you're going to pass all this stuff and you're going to come over here to this part where it says strap, make 2. So since you're going to have to make 2 of them anyway, may as well get started making some straps. So to make a strap, it says to chain either 33 or 40. If you're making my size, you'd do 33. So you just start with a little loop thing. And of course this is not counted as your chain. So now we need to chain 33. 1. I need to hold it better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Now, if you're like most people, sometimes you might count wrong. You might not have 33. And sometimes it's hard to count chains to make sure you have 33, because you're like, okay, do I count this loop on the thing? Do I count that thing at the beginning? So you get confused. I did hear one person on the forum make an excellent suggestion, and I don't know where she got it, so I can't give that person credit, but anyway, what she does is she chains a couple extra like this, and then that way when she does the first row, if she has any left over, all you have to do is undo this little loop at the end until you have no chains left over, and then lock it off. So that's a pretty smart tip. But I'm going to take off those two because I'm not going to worry about it for me. I'll be fine. Okay. So just in case you want to make sure you've counted enough, you can do a couple extra. So I like that tip. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this says 1 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So you don't count this section on the hook. That's not one of the chains that we're counting. The second chain from the hook. So here's the first chain from the hook, and there's the second chain from the hook. So you pass that one and you go into this one, and we're going to do a single crochet. So you just go into that and you work a single crochet. So there's the first single crochet. Then it says do a single crochet in each chain to the end of the chain. And then it tells you how many single crochets you're going to have. You're going to have 32. So what I like to do is I go ahead and start counting at this point. I know I'm going to have 32. So here's 1. I just did. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's a bird trying to outdo me on my video. God. He's laughing about it too. Here's 5. 6. Sounds like I'm sitting outside. 7. 8. I wonder if that's a mockingbird out there, because he keeps changing songs. 9. 10. Yeah, it's a mockingbird. 11. 'Pull out some more yarn. 12. 13. Uh-oh. Wreck. On number 13. Whoa, that's a bad sign. Number 13 is unlucky. 14. 15. I know I'm slow. 16, but you know, I'm patient. 17. It gets made. 18. I'm not in a race. 19. 20. I bet you guys already finished yours. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. But I don't mind being slow. At least I know it's right. 26. 27. 28. Well, my mockingbird went away. I miss him now. 29. 30. And then the instructions said we're going to have 32, right? And look, we have 2 holes left. Yoo-hoo! Awesome! There's 31. 32. Yeah! So there's my 32 single crochets. That's the first row. Now, it says to turn. Shoop! Turn it over. Now I'm ready for the second row. And the second row says chain 1. Do a chain. 1 single crochet in the first single crochet. So this is the part you got to really pay attention to. So there's that first single crochet just sitting up there. The first single crochet is right on the edge, so you don't pass it. You go right into that first single crochet, and we do a single crochet there. There we go. And now it says chain 2. 1, 2. Then miss the next 2 single crochets. The next 2 single crochets, miss them. 1, 2. So I'm going to go into the third, and then we're going to do a single crochet there. That's the buttonhole. We just made a buttonhole. Yay! And now you do a single crochet in every single crochet to the end. Pretty cool. So now I'm going to try to go a little bit faster so we can get this done in less than 30 minutes. Although I have been informed on my YouTube website that I am approved for videos longer than 15 minutes. Yay! Wow! Have a party! Let's turn on the Vegas crochet light. Woohoo! So if I want to make my video longer than 15 minutes, I will. By golly. Because I can. Just because I can. I'm going to do it because I can. You said I can? I'm going to do it. I know, I'm a little bit insane. I think that's because I'm a creative spirit. I think everybody with a creative spirit is just a little bit insane. I'm a musician too. It's another thing that I think you need a little bit of insanity for. I've been writing a song lately. It doesn't have any words though, so I'm no good at writing lyrics for music. I need somebody to do that for me. But I wrote a melody. I've been hearing it in my head for years. So I'm just now figuring out how to get it down. Get it down, man. So we shall see what happens with it. Probably nothing, but at least I'm getting it out of my head and putting it on paper. Almost at the end of the row. We're making this whole strap in one video. If it takes us 15 minutes or more, that's fine with me. I've got all the time in the world, man. And here's the last single crochet. Right in the edge there. There. Now you can look and you can see you got a nice little square edge here. Come back to the beginning. And you got a nice little square edge there. And you got a buttonhole. Now we're ready for row 3. Turn it at the end of row 2. Shoop. Ready for row 3. Chain 1. 1 single crochet in each single crochet to the end. And you're going to do 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space at the end of the row. So down here where your buttonhole is, you're going to do 2 single crochets in that hole. Because it says to do them in the chain 2 spaces at the end of the row. So we won't be working single crochets in single crochets there. We'll be working them into the hole, into the space. But you'll see it when we get there. I know I'm slow. Just be patient. You guys have probably already finished your strap by now. But there might be some of you who are slow like me, and we can just work together. We'll be friends. We'll be Bernat Crochet Baby Booty friends. Just in case you're wondering, when you're working into your single crochets, you can look at the little V's along the side, and each time you make your single crochet, you go under those 2 things for the V to make your stitch. That's how you work your single crochets. So don't just go under 1 loop, go under 2. You do go under 1 loop for the first row though. When you first make your chain, you just go under 1 loop, and that way it leaves 2 loops free for the bottom. If you go under 2 loops, then there's just going to be 1 loop hanging down there, and it doesn't look quite as good. But I mean, it's fine. If you want to go under 2 loops for the first row, you can. It's your decision. But I like going under just 1 row, for 1 loop for the first row. But all the rows after that, you go under 2 loops. Hopefully that makes sense. I should have shown you about it when we were on the first row. I just took it for granted that you knew that. But the world's not going to end if you didn't go under just 1 loop for the first row. It's just a little baby booty. It's not the end of the world. We're not solving world peace. I mean, not bringing about world peace or anything. We're just making a baby booty. Right? Okay, we're almost there at the 2 chain space. So there's the last single crochet before the space. Okay, now we're at the space where the buttonhole is. And we go into that hole. So we don't work into the things that are across the top. We go in the hole. And we're going to do 2 single crochets here. There's 1. And we do 1 right beside it. There. And now we do a single crochet at the very end. Just 1. And we're done. That's all of our strap. Ta-da! And then at this point you pull the loop through like that, and you cut the yarn, and then you weave in your ends. So that's all there is to it to make your little strap for your baby booty. In the next video I'll show you how to make the baby booty. Talk to you later. Bye.